I wish that you guys
I
would.
don't blame you.
Yeah, I wish that you guys would
Yo,
follow the
hello?
rules. I really do. What's up, Sammy? Do you
Hello?
support Trump?
Hey, yeah, I do actually.
Okay, could you disconnect any Bluetooth device that you have connected to your phone, please?
That's my AirPods, so I just disconnect my AirPods.
Yeah, that'll sound a whole lot better.
How about now?
Sounds a load better. All right, take it away. Why do you support Trump as president?
I think compared to the last president we had, he has, he's more articulate. He's a better personality. He's more worth watching. And in general, the president really is just like for show, in my opinion. I don't think they hold as much power as we kind of give them.
Yeah, I don't think that Trump is more articulate than who he ran against, who was Kamala Harris. I think that suggesting that is a monstrosity. Not to mention that I don't think that a president should be chosen on their ability to articulate words. They should be chosen on their plans for the country.
That's a good point, but a lot of presidents have became president just solely based on their personality.
Okay, I agree. I think that that plays a large role in the mind of the average American, but that doesn't mean that it should, right? So if we're debating like the reasons that you have to support him, I'd say that's a really bad reason. So do you have any good reasons?
I mean, he's articulate. I would consider him a strong individual in terms of.
So you support him because he's a strong individual. What makes him a strong individual?
I mean, he's extremely rich and powerful.
So having a lot of money, so you just want an oligarchy.
Not necessarily. I don't think that's fair.
I think that is fair. You said that you support him to lead the country because he has a lot of money. That just means that you want an oligarchy. What's an oligarchy? It's a form of society in which the governing body is dictated or chosen based upon, the amount of wealth that they possess. It's where the richest among us lead us all. That's just the definition of what an oligarchy is. So I just want to clarify that you want an oligarchy.
Um, I mean, I think if you're wanting to choose a president, you'd want someone who is powerful in terms of like knowing how to handle assets. And I mean, a country is a business at the end of the day.
So yes or no, do you want an oligarchy?
I really think that's like a distraction to my point. I'm not sure what an oligarchy would have to do with this.
Yes. Wow. Okay.
I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding your point. I'm not sure.
The way that we understand, so like the textbook definition of an oligarchy is where a small group of people have control of a country, organization, or institution. Now, the way that we use this term colloquially, typically surrounded upon the fact where the people in society with the most power, wealth slash money are the ones that are running the country. So when you tell us that you like Trump as president because he has
I
a lot of
mean,
money, you're just telling us
can
that you
you?
want this like wealth-based
Sure,
oligarchy.
sure. Yeah, you're kind of putting a negative connotation on why is that a bad thing?
Because it's a bad thing.
Well, we haven't even gotten there yet because you won't even like answer my question if that's what you want.
Yeah, you kind of, yeah, the way you painted that, it made it sound like a negative thing.
I
Sure,
just
let's
defined
say,
it. It's like, do you want like the most like the richest Americans to be running the country?
um, that's a great question. I think, to be fair, but I
What?
do think, I think if America is based on meritocracy and money is something that you gain through money to be a, you know,
Wait, so
money to be a, you know,
wait, so
successful or
yeah. What merit or qualifications did Donald Trump possess when he was handed $120 million from his father?
I mean, he's is his net worth currently 120 million? I mean, he still did something with it. I mean, it's you could
Okay,
get handed
so you're saying
money.
that
Why
he's
didn't
like
it go down?
you're saying that he's like really good with money, and this is gonna do what for America? Like it's gonna demonstrate like good economic policy, right?
Well, let me give you like a counter. Would you want somebody who doesn't have a lot of money, like someone who is of the poorer class, to run a
Yes.
government?
Oh, one second. Looks like we had an issue with the stream on YouTube. Random.
Also, I'll just say this while you're doing that, Dean. It sounds like you're actually advocating for a plutocracy more than anything, right? I mean, the government ran by the wealthy. That's like your premise. And the one thing that I'll say is that understanding that most people that are ultra wealthy are more likely to be disconnected to everyday Americans. And if you're talking about representation for everyday Americans, you want to focus on what those people need. I think it's a little bit harder for the ultra wealthy to understand the needs of the many, because that's not who they are. So that's just my thoughts.
I think that's a fair point, but I'm not talking about the Senate. I'm not talking about the House. I'm talking about the President of the United States.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. My YouTube stream just literally shut down with some random ass issue. I don't know what happened. But anyways, okay, so basically you're telling us that he has a lot of really good business experience, which is evident because of the fact that he's been able to garner and gain like a very large amount of wealth. Okay, well, here's my counter question. Well, obviously, right, like the hidden assumption here would be is that you want him to be president because of these qualifications, you'll be able to appropriately handle and manage the country's economy, correct?
Because of that, he would be a good president. Yes.
Okay, for for the economy?
For the country, for the United States.
Okay, could you please give us an example of like how these skills have been enumerated inside of his like agenda, platform, or policy? Like how is this like this experience gaining a large net worth been shown in the policy that he's passed, the policy that he's ran on? What is your favorite Trump policy that makes it evidently clear he's a very successful businessman man with a really good idea on how to run shit that has made this country better?
New things. I mean, we don't know 100% for a fact. Like a lot of people are saying that tariffs
you're still not answering my question. What is the good policy Donald Trump has passed or wants to pass that you're a fan of?
I'm getting to it. He's trying new things with tariffs. He's trying, like, he's experimental with it. I mean, he's willing to do things that other presidents in the past have not done. I think that's something worth noting.
Are you going to tell me what your favorite Trump policy is or not?
I'm sorry, I don't have the name of the policy memorized. I mean, I think you know what I'm talking about when I mention tariffs.
So you're saying that you support his tariffs? Okay, what specific tariffs do you support?
I support his tariffs in general. I'm not really
okay. So then we'll look at like the specific ones. Why do you support Donald Trump's tariffs on Canada, for instance?
I mean, it's a way for getting more money, more. I don't know. Like, I'm not really in economics. I'm not really.
Okay, so is the answer to the question insofar as why you support it? I don't know. Well, if you don't know why you support it, then why do you support it?
I told you he's willing to try new things.
So wait, are you just saying that you support his tariffs because he did it?
Yeah, I think also his last run.
So I just want to clarify that basically your argument.
Like, if he came in on his first term,
basically you're just saying that like basically you're just telling us that like God Trump is all benevolent, all good, and all knowing and perfect, and that whatever Trump does is good. And this is the argument why you support his tariffs.
I think here's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying this is a person who's handled money and business very well for himself, and he should be able to translate that over.
All right, well, obviously he hasn't, because when we look at his economic policy, we see that a different story is told. For instance, with the Big Beautiful Bill, you'd expect this great economic policy to be phenomenal for the country because of his awesome business experience. Well, I think it's more in line with the 6 bankruptcies. Think about it. It's the most expensive piece of legislation ever passed through the American Congress. It's reducing the after-tax income of every American, or at least the average American, making at or beneath $51,000 per year. It's ripping 10 million people off of Medicaid. It's ripping 3 million people off of food stamps. It costs $3.4 trillion. It's slowing energy production in the country, making energy less attainable and more expensive, while also defunding free school student lunches and redistributing wealth from the poor to the rich. It's obviously a very bad economic policy. So this hypothesis that he has a high net worth, therefore his economic policy is going to be good, has definitely been proven false.
Yeah, but I think that's a little biased a little bit. That all you just told me is the rich are getting money while the poor are not.
Right.
I think
so wealth is being redistributed from the poor to the rich, and he's spending nearly $4 trillion to get it done. Yeah.
Can I finish? So I think we all know. I'm really basic in terms of like economics, but I think the rich also have to spend money, and eventually it'll make its way down to the poor. That's kind of the way economies work.
Trickle down
So
economics? That's not how economies work. No.
you telling me that because the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, that doesn't necessarily mean good or bad. That's just saying kind of like the poor people are not getting as much money.
So I think it is bad if the worse off among us are getting even worse off, and the best off among us are getting even better off. That is bad, right? If we just eradicated the middle class, and you were either starving
kind of
on the street for food, or you're living in a penthouse in New York, that's bad, right?
Looking at it surface level, yes. Like looking at it, sorry, if you look at it at a deeper level, you could kind of see how it would work.
Okay, so how is it a good thing that he wants to redistribute wealth from the poor to the rich? Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Also, he's Republican. That's kind of like their whole thing.
You're not answering my question. Answer my question. Explain it to me like I'm 5. Why it's a good thing to take money from poor people and to give it to rich people. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
That's kind of a difficult call. Can you tell me why it's not a bad thing? Like, can you tell me why it's a bad thing to do that?
Yeah, I already did. It's because you are disproportionately or only disadvantaging those that are already so disadvantaged compared to their counterparts. And then for those counterparts that are not disadvantaged, live life on easy mode, make a bunch of money, they'll just be living life on an even easier mode. So it's incredibly bad. Not only, like ethically speaking, like obviously I think if I'm like a high income American making $1 million per year, enough to fund a vacation house in Alaska and take a cruise twice a year, and then you have like a single mother of 5 begging for money on like a family street, I would say it's really immoral for her to be served a detriment for my benefit, since she's already served such a detriment and I'm already served such a benefit.
Right. I'm assuming you're talking about like government services. I'm not a big fan of government services. The less that they are, I just, I'm not really big into socialism. I'm a
Wait,
big.
okay,
guy.
okay. So you don't think the less government services, the better?
Yeah, I'm
really?
not really big on,
Really?
big
Are
government.
you sure? So we should get rid of all public roadways, right?
I didn't say all.
But that's a government service.
all. Okay, I'm not speaking.
Should we also get rid of like the police?
Again, I'm not saying all.
No,
Like it's not.
no.
Like,
I have a question. What about the firefighters?
Right?
What about the
You can be
firefighters?
moderate.
Sir,
Like,
what about the
there's things that are
firefighters?
necessary, and there's things that maybe we can get rid of.
Oh,
right?
okay,
I mean,
got
it's
it. Got it.
One way or the
Is
other.
food necessary?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So a government service to help give food stamps to low-income Americans that can't buy it themselves is necessary, right?
Again, but like this is like an age-old argument here. Like, what's stopping them from getting their own food?
They don't have the money.
Why not?
Why not? Around a billion reasons. I'm not going to give you like a full like explanation insofar as like why like low-income Americans are low-income Americans, because like poverty.
I understand like poverty and like things of that nature, sure, but I don't think it's on the government to help these people.
Okay, so then it's just not on the government to give individuals the necessary resources that they need to thrive. So then why do you think it is on the government to give us a necessary resource that we need to thrive of public roadways?
There's a difference though. Like
Okay,
a roadway,
Shit, what's the difference?
like is everybody getting food from the government?
Is everybody getting food from the government? No, only those in which are necessary to have that benefit.
Right, but everybody gets to use the roads.
Okay, but that's because the roads are going to be necessary for everybody. The roads are necessary for everybody. Food stamps
Right.
aren't.
So how come certain people get these benefits while others don't? That's unfair.
I mean, actually, no, you should accept this argument because you're the one that told me you only agree with social safety nets that are necessary. So you wouldn't agree with them if they are unnecessary. Food stamps, for instance, are only going to be necessary for a particular quality of life for low-income Americans, not median-income Americans. So actually, it would follow, given your
but
position,
it's not
that we should
fair
only
for-
have social safety nets that are necessary, right? That food stamps should only be given to low-income Americans, and roadways should be given to all Americans.
Also, how do I know that someone isn't taking my tax dollars and then like, taking advantage of the system and eating for free? Like, there's a lot of, shady, and like, it's not all black and white. Like,
You're not even making a cogent argument, nor are you rebuttaling my last point. You were making a point about it being unfair. I rebutted that, and you haven't given me a response. Stop pivoting and respond.
No, you kind of like, okay, go one more time.
Oh, you need me to
One more
repeat myself, Sammy? Sure, I'll repeat myself. So you argued that, if we're going to give it to some Americans, we need to give it to all Americans, or else it's unfair. Even though what you had said literally 5 minutes ago is that you only agree with social safety nets that are necessary. Well, it actually followed from your view that we should only impose social safety nets that are necessary, that food stamps aren't given to all Americans because they're not necessary to all Americans. So you would actually be arguing in the affirmative, that food stamps shouldn't be given to all Americans, because then you'd be arguing for unnecessary social safety nets when you had just previously suggested that you only agree with necessary social safety nets.
So you're attacking me on the word necessary?
I mean, I'm attacking you on the fact that that is the argument that you gave, and it would follow from that argument that food stamps shouldn't be given to all Americans because they're not necessary to all Americans. They're only necessary to some Americans.
Right.
You said it.
I agree. No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, so then recant your argument that if we are to impose food stamps, that they need to be given to all Americans, because now you agree with the fact that they're not necessary for un-Americans, and given your first statement that you disagree with unnecessary social safety nets, we should only give them to low-income Americans, and which would be deemed as necessary for them to achieve a particular quality of life.
Okay. I'm not at your level in terms of your speed and your intellect. You're very sharp, very quick. Remind me of a dude named Ben Shapiro. I don't know if you want to be compared to that guy, but I'm not able to like keep track of what you're saying right now. You're just speaking way too fast.
No, you got it, bro. I'll slow down.
Yeah, like you're killing it. Good job, but I'm not able to compute at that rate. So if you can just, give me a strong one sentence.
You said that you disagreed with food stamps only being given to low-income Americans, right?
Yeah, ideally, yeah, low-income Americans would get food stamps, right?
Okay, and you said that you disagree with that, right?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Okay. I disagree with it because in America, ideally, people should all have the same opportunity to get what they want in terms of their wealth and their income. Now, if you are in a situation where you are like bounded and unable to get that income or else you will die, then sure. But also, it's a spectrum, right? That you can give a lot, like Democrats like to give more, Republicans like to give less. So I would support a president who would like to give less, because I'm not in support of this this process from the government.
Yeah, I'll give my thoughts after Santana speaks. Take it away, Santana.
Elon Musk is worth $405 billion. There's people within the United States that can't afford food. Do you think that Elon Musk should have access to SNAP benefits just because he's an American? Or should we focus on the people that can't afford fucking food?
I mean,
answer the question.
I do think that's an absurd amount of money. I agree with you.
Okay, so answer the question.
I do think it's an absurd amount of money, but it's his money.
Like, yeah, so answer the fucking question. Should we worry about the people that can't afford food, or should everyone just have access to it?
If you start giving everybody food, then no one...
Who said everyone, or did we say the people that can't afford food?
Yeah, but it's not that simple. Like it
literally is.
It isn't. It isn't though, because people work for food. People go out and do things for food.
Yeah, and if you are working somewhere that doesn't pay you a livable wage, then you should be able to still have access to food, even though the companies won't pay you. Like, what are we even talking about? Like the thoughts that for some reason you don't think that people should be able to get assistance because they need food is absolutely mind-blowing. Yes, I understand that there are certain people that do abuse certain social safety nets. Yes, that does not mean that you strip away all the social safety nets. That does not mean that you actually get rid of access for people that actually need it. It means that you improve those systems. You actually refine those systems. You help the people that need help. You don't take away from other people. This is insane.
Well, I'm assuming this bill that was passed was put into.
You're assuming, but you don't know anything. No, the BBB
system.
is very harmful. Sorry. Go ahead, Dean.
Where are we at?
In fucking outer space at the moment.
I don't know why you guys are being condescending. Maybe I'm not really that versed as you guys are. I'm like the average dude.
Okay. Listen, if you're not too versed on economics, then why are you advocating for policy that's gonna fucking kill people without being too versed on like the justification for it? Like, dude, if you're gonna like support policy that's gonna kill people from starvation, you should at least have like an argument to justify. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm not that versed. Oh, I don't know anything. Oh, I don't know." It fucking kills people. You have to be able to at least have an argument for it. Okay? Like, I feel like that's such a fair ask, you know? It's like imagine if I asked you to hedge like $100. Like, do you want to bet $100 that you're right and I'm wrong about this topic of food stamps?
I wouldn't, because you definitely know more than me about this.
Exactly. You won't even bet $100 that you're right and I'm wrong, given that $100 is taken out of your account and personally negatively impacting you. So how come you're betting the livelihoods or fuck it, lives of like millions of Americans? Like, you understand this is what you're doing when you just hold to these beliefs baselessly with no reason. Oh, take away food stamps, let's kill people. Like, you are betting their lives that you're right.
So you're
and
saying
that you have a good idea
bill
here.
that will pass, it will remove all food stamps.
We weren't even talking about a bill. We were talking just in like a general sense about what your thoughts are on like supporting or not supporting food stamps. So please tell me once again, if you're not even willing to bet $100 from your bank account that you're right and I'm wrong, why are you willing to bet the livelihoods and lives of like millions of Americans?
I don't think that I'm betting the lives of millions of Americans. Maybe I am. I'm not sure.
Well, listen, if what you think in your head was made true in America right now, millions of people would lose access to these benefits. So many people would starve to death. That's the reality. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, unless like this is all just a big virtue signal that you don't actually know.
I really don't think so, dude. Human beings can go without food for days. Like, the way that you're making it seem is like...
What?
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
Did you just say human beings can go without food for days?
That's a fact. Look it up. That's a fact.
Sammy.
He's saying people will die.
Sammy,
Like,
I'm not saying that human beings can't go for days without food. I'm saying human beings should not have to go days without food. Elon Musk is worth $400 billion. Why are you advocating for people to have to go days without food? What the fuck are we even talking about anymore?
There's actually a lot of benefit to intermittent fasting. Like, extreme amount of benefit. We have a huge obesity problem in America, and most of the people who are in these demographics
this is
obese.
literally, you're literally advocating for the fuck you die bill. Yo, my God, you're literally advocating for the fuck you die bill. Oh yeah, go tell that. Please go tell that. Please go tell that to children that haven't ate dinner for the last 2 months and have been reliant upon the free meals that they get from their school, but have summer coming up a week from now and they're really worried about how they're going to be able to get enough so they don't lose weight by the start of the next school year. Go tell them the benefits of intermittent fasting and how it could really help them in their life. No, you're literally advocating for the fuck you die bill. You're saying, take them off food stamps, make them starve. In fact, if they starve, it'll be good. Like, holy shit, Sammy. I'm so happy that you don't have like some great amount of elector power. I'm really happy that you're not in a public office. Holy shit.
No, I really think children are different. They do deserve to eat, but I was speaking more on the people who are
yeah, what about when that child grows up, bro? Whoa, boom! All of a sudden, fuck you, die.
There's a lot of benefit.
So you think that we should like intentionally starve poor people for the benefits of intermittent fasting?
Wow.
I just want to clarify that's your position. We should intentionally starve poor people so they can reap the benefits of intermittent fasting.
I mean, it's kind of like, when you take a shot, it's going to hurt at first, but you'll be better off after that.
So I just want to be clear. That is your. 1 second, Santana. I need you to
It's
affirm
a,
that your
it's a little bit
position
absurd.
is that
I
we
get
should
it, right?
intentionally
But
starve
I
poor
really
people
think
so
this
they can
whole
experience the
topic that we
benefits
got
of
into,
intermittent
this
fasting.
rabbit hole is a little bit absurd.
Oh, trust me, this is absurd. That is the first spot-on thing you've said all day. But now to go back to it, your position in a nutshell is that we should intentionally starve poor people so they could reap the benefits of fasting.
Right now, like if I were just thinking through logic without emotion, kind of like how you are, you're kind of rage baiting. But if I were to think
I'm rage baiting?
a little bit,
Me?
I think you are a
Okay.
little bit.
Okay, you
Yeah,
have to
but
be
if
you have
we
to be
were
a
to
troll.
think
You
just
gotta be a
with
troll.
logic,
You have to be a
most
troll. You have to be a
no,
troll.
just let me finish this logic train for you right here, okay?
Sorry, no, I'm intentionally
you
cutting you
have
off.
people-
I hear that there's benefits of interrupting people.
If
It actually
had
teaches you
people-
more self-control. So like the intermittent interrupting, it teaches you like more self-control. It makes you more grounded in reality. Kind of like tests like your emotional regulation. There's a lot of benefits of this.
I appreciate the
I'm giving you more
benefit.
benefits. More benefits. Fuck
and
you. More
I get
benefits.
what you're
I'm
doing.
trying to benefit you, bro.
I get it. It's a crazy talking point. It's a crazy argument. It's a little bit off the rails. I get it.
It's not crazy. It's inhumane. It's stupidity. It's absolute hubris at its highest level for you to sit here and say that someone should actually go through intermittent fasting and you equate that to people not actually being able to eat. There's a decision made when you do intermittent fasting. Yes, it has multiple health benefits. That's not the same as not being able to eat. People should have access to food. It's not about obesity. It's about poverty. And you are an absolute idiot.
I appreciate that. Can I just respond?
No, we're still benefiting you. We're benefiting you by interrupting.
I mean, interrupting isn't proven through any research or science like intermittent fasting is. But can I just respond?
Yeah, go ahead. I just wanted to benefit you a little bit more.
So when you don't eat, you turn into a beast. Like when you're at a point where you literally need food to survive, you become the best version of yourself. That's
until you don't slap nuts.
My
Until you
God.
don't.
Oh my God.
That's a proven fact. I do
my
it for
God.
myself. I'll go.
I'm sorry, dude. I can't. I'm sorry for kicking him, everybody. I know that there's probably a couple of you out there that wanted to hear what he had to say, but are you kidding me? No, he was literally saying that we need to starve poor people to death so they can become the best versions of themselves.
What are you doing, bro?
Dude, I like, how does one come to those conclusions? You know what I mean? Like the fact that there's people like me, like you, like everybody in here, they're a person with a brain and experiences and memories and loved ones and birthdays and childhood memories and crushes, partners, life goals. What's up?
Sammy pissed me off.
What's that?
Sammy pissed me off, Dean. We've talked before. Sammy pissed me off. I had to jump in the queue. I'll take 20 seconds. I want everybody to go. I work for a homeless organization, and right now the president is putting out a executive order to basically end all funding for Housing First initiatives and end any and everyone who is homeless is in danger of being put into a commitment against their will. Okay. I need everybody to look up on that and read up on it. It's very important stuff. Sammy needs to go and look at his local school districts. And I want everybody to go in and see how many children are registered as homeless in my local school district. Just Google that. And the number will astound you. The estimates will astound you. So the fact that this guy is advocating for people to not have food infuriates me, and it infuriates everybody else. Yes, it's a new executive order that he just put out on the 23rd or the 24th, ending the it's basically ending the homeless. He wants to put them in camps. He wants to put them in forced treatment plans. He wants to get away with Housing First, which is you go into Housing First, you don't have to be clean or sober to get a stable housing over your head, and then you work on your treatment. And we have 30 years. I work for a homeless organization and for my city as a homeless commissioner. We have 30 years of data that supports Housing First, and he is trying to get rid of it, and he is going to defund it. So everybody has to look into this executive order. It's very important. I love you, Dean. I hope you're taking care of yourself and your heart. Are you?
You know what I am. I had a couple days off. It was great. Now, thank you so much for bringing that up.
Yeah. I didn't hear you guys talking about it. I know you debate and sometimes people don't bring it up, but that executive order is some scary fucking shit. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing some of that information. I hope that you have a good rest of your day.
You too.